available that they can talk
Hey,
to.
back at you right quick,
It is
folks,
very
because I'm
easy
listening to
to
NPR right
set
now,
up hardware. It's very easy to set up
and they're talking about zero tolerance policies in schools, whether or not they work or what will work. I just need to come back because I want to just share my thought while it's in my head, because a lot of times I'll think these things and I'm outraged and I say fuck you to the radio, and then I don't remember to say it in the next video. But identify kids that are having issues. See, this is a bunch of motherfucking bullshit, because we are not even getting close to solving anything. Hear me out, people. I'm not saying I'm right. This just makes too much sense for more of you not to understand. As long as the system that we're claiming to be trying to fix, as long as it's rotten at its very core, as long as the example that is being given from the very top of the food chain of humans is the one that it is, we're never going to stop this stuff with our kids. We're not going to get through with zero tolerance policies. This stuff doesn't work because we're ignoring the fact that we're not addressing the entire picture. You know, it's ridiculous. I say it's ridiculous for people to expect others to behave in a society where the example is that the privileged and the rich, they don't have to behave. Matter of fact, we use their misbehavior as a prime source of entertainment. And then there's this big disconnect about what happens in reality. I just had to get on here and say this is one of the examples of why I'm like this. Why I can't just chill out and go have a beer like most, I'll say it like this, like most dumb people, you know, just ignoring things and just, you know, working and saying I got too much to worry about to handle this. It's really late for that, people. Yeah. Everybody needs to, I'm speaking in broad generalities, but there is some this message has a value. More people need to be engaged, involved, and paying attention. As I said in my last video, and I agree, as I've been hearing, because I listen and I read, we have already lost America to the ruling class. The idea is to see if we can either take it back or, I mean, you people with children, surely you understand that at this point there is no future for your children. That the struggle that we're having now to make it will be, unless we start to engage more and make sure that things are there for the children that are being taken from us now, there is no future for our kids, you guys. They'll be struggling even harder than we are. That's why I say these things. I just, you know, I'm addicted to the media, and so that's why I just thought I'd just come on and say this again. I see that my last video is just now finished uploading. One last thing I wanted to say that I forgot in the last video is I wanted to shout out to Adam Nichols over in England, because just as an example of how communication on the internet can be tough. Adam has a radio show. I tuned in for a minute yesterday. He was playing some Genesis, which I love. The record was crackling. He's playing vinyl, you know. So just as a teasing little, you know, friendly thing, I said, sounds like you need a new copy of that record, eh? And, you know, he got a little concerned and probably a little upset. And I had to explain it was just joking. And then I told him, now you know what I deal with. Humor doesn't transfer well in cyberspace when there's no faces. You don't really know what people mean. And so Adam got a little taste of what it's like. You know. Okay, people, just sharing my thoughts. You know, it's like one last time. Let me see what they're talking about now.
Safety and preserving the spiritual sanctity of the house of worship, and in this case, a mosque. In other words,
okay. See, again, I just really personally feel that the media is not allowed to really address things on a level that would be helpful. It's so controlled, you know, that we can't, nothing's going to be solved. People, you know, the oligarchs, and I'm going to start calling them that because, you know, it's out in the mainstream media now. I heard it a couple times now this week. And last week, the use of the term oligarchy. We live in an oligarchy. I'm not okay with that, you know. But I will start using that term to refer to the 1%ers, less than 1%ers, you know, reprehensible motherfuckers, destroying everything just for their own sake. And believe me, folks, you folks that don't know this, it's really true that murderers and rapists and pedophiles and Satan worshipers and some of the most low life types of people you can imagine are our leaders. They're doing these things and getting away with it. I do know from personal experience, okay? I do know what I'm talking about, and it's not cool. Just not cool. And even though I can tell you about a lot of cool music, I think I need to make some of you people think about some of these things. Face the ugly reality of the fake world that we live in. Be willing to do something to make it real. Really safe, as opposed to just some crap words on a page while behind the scenes. Like where is it over? Is it the ship with all the students that sank and the captain got off and the teacher got off and left the students on the ship? Doesn't that tell you about the topsy-turviness of how things are? Hello?